Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Missouri School Boards Association's Board Report for the month of August. We thank you for the opportunity to share some news and information during a few minutes of your board meeting. We begin with a look at the opening of a new school year in Missouri. Our public schools will start the new year this month with great anticipation, but in an environment that continues to be challenging. Among those challenges are COVID-19 remaining with us, school districts throughout the state facing serious issues with teacher recruitment and retention, and many students dealing with mental health issues. Yet school boards, administrators, and teachers continue to do the work of educating the 900,000 students in Missouri's public schools. The National Superintendent of the Year, Missouri's own Dr. Curtis Kane, told board members and administrators attending MSBA's Igniting Great Ideas Summit, the work may be grueling at times, but it's worth it. He also said in the current environment, it's critical that board members and administrators continue to tell the story of public education.
And others are filling the void in terms of the narrative, in terms of the story of what we are doing. We have to get back to our road shows, addressing multiple audiences, getting out on the road, pressing flesh with handshakes, talking to people, sharing factual stories in terms of what's happening within our schools. Not the stuff that people hear on cable news, what's actually happening in our schools, and amplifying what already exists.
Kane also said it's always important to keep kids at the center of all decision making. Dr. Kane serves as superintendent in the Rockwood School District in suburban St. Louis. That theme of focusing on what's best for all kids was echoed by MSBA Executive Director Melissa Randall during her remarks to the recent MSBA Delegate Assembly.
You stayed laser focused on what you need to do for your children and for our children. Those 900,000 students belong to all of us, and we have an equal moral and ethical obligation to make sure that when they finish their education system here in Missouri, they are prepared for their futures.
Randall thanked board members for their service during some of the most challenging times they've ever faced. The state work group charged with studying what's known as competency-based learning has completed its work and issued its recommendations to the State Board of Education. The idea is that students should advance in their education based on their mastery of skills and expectations, not based on seat time. One of the co-facilitators of the group, Dr. Mike Fulton, presented a session on the issue during MSBA's recent Igniting Great Ideas Summit, and he described the competency-based learning approach.
Public schools exist for a reason. It's to provide access for every child in our state to a great education that gets them ready for their future. Competency-based learning is not a program. It's a mindset that you use to solve complex problems that empower students to take control of their lives and be college, career, and workforce ready in ways that are customized to them.
The recommendations of the Success Ready Students Work Group include designing a competency-based assessment system for students, designing a competency-based accreditation system for school districts, and expanding business-to-education partnerships. Nominations are open for the Carter D. Ward Excellence in Advocacy Award. The award, named for MSBA's former executive director, is presented each year to a local board member who excels at advocating for public education. Nominations for the award, which will be presented at next year's legislative forum, are being accepted through August 31st. There's still time to submit proposed changes to MSBA's advocacy positions. Those position statements express to legislators, policymakers, the public, and the media where MSBA stands on issues like school board elections, charter school expansion, vouchers, and many others. Delegates will vote on proposed changes at the Fall Delegate Assembly this November in Kansas City. The deadline to submit new or revised position statements is August 31st. Join us in Kansas City at the Kansas City Convention Center November 3rd through the 5th for MSBA's annual conference in cooperation with the Missouri Association of School Administrators. This year's conference will include 3 general sessions, including keynote speaker Olympian Jackie Joyner-Kersee, more than 90 concurrent sessions, a one-day education expo, and much more. Registration information is available on the MSBA website. You can also register to attend the 2022 Midwest School Safety Summit to be held November 2nd and 3rd in Kansas City. This event is designed to provide information for those who govern and work in K-12 schools, colleges, and universities, as well as law enforcement officials and others working with MSBA member districts. The Midwest School Safety Summit is presented by MSBA's Center for Education Safety and the Safe and Sound Schools organization. That's it for this month's edition of the MSBA Board Report. Thanks for allowing us to have some time at your board meeting, and so long from Columbia.